want to dive into kind of this topic. You know, PwC put out a report recently that said that 30% of finance teams' time is spent on manual reconciliation. 30% seems like a really high amount, and so wanted to address the question: why is this? Like, what does that look like? And if you think about kind of the way a business operates, there are a lot of things in play at all times between the people in sales and operations and finance. There's a lot of information that needs to pass from one team to another. There are a lot of processes that kind of connect the teams one to another. There's a lot of things that happen to contracts that we kind of differentiate as upstream versus downstream, like amendments to contracts and things like that, that are complicated pieces of a business. And all of these in different ways generate an opportunity for there to be some kind of a data inconsistency between teams that require some kind of manual reconciliation, right? And so the main point I have here is that you know, there are a lot of market pressures. Companies have to manage many revenue models and be able to introduce more quickly. So the pressure to go to market fast, it outpaces good revenue operations design and execution. And the reason this is so difficult for finance teams is that finance, in my opinion, has the most to lose when data is inaccurate. What I mean by that is, you know, finance, you know, the processes they handle, anything related to invoicing and the quality of that data. If you send out incorrect invoices, your customers are going to be, you know, very upset. So there's a high risk of doing that, or high risk to your reputation if you send out incorrect invoices. You know, if you overcharge them, they'll be upset. If you undercharge them, then you're leaving money on the table. You're not doing your business any favors. Then you get into the regulatory and compliance, you know, realm and responsibility that finance teams have. You cannot report incorrect revenue data. You cannot report, you know, incorrect financials to your investors. You know, the repercussions when something like that goes wrong are incredibly damaging. And this is why finance teams in particular have to spend so much time on manual reconciliation, kind of making sure that the data they have received from either upstream processes or other systems that they don't own, it's so important that they make sure that's all accurate, right? So I've bolded good revenue operations there because I think that that is the key to eliminating manual reconciliation from these types of processes that lead to this 30% of your time, if you're on a finance team, spent on it.